You entered a plea of guilty to this third-degree felony of indecency with a child. And a pre-sentence report has been prepared. If the parties had an opportunity to review it, any corrections or changes to it?
Yes, there is one correction. And the corrections on the section that said that he had a pending case out of Louisiana. He informed me that he called and that case has been dismissed. Is that correct?
Right away, we've got a correction about a dismissed case in Louisiana. Important note, even if it's dismissed, it doesn't automatically vanish from the conversation. Courts love clarifying this stuff early to avoid surprises later.
He told me that he no longer has a pending case in Louisiana.
I think, Mr. Johnson, you pleaded guilty on
Yes, sir. On June
June 23rd.
Yes, sir.
You can send that paperwork to Judge.
I sent it.
No, it's in my queue.
Okay.
I'm looking at this.
There's some stuff. You were as a in building this race that this kind of
Look at this. This thing.
Huh.
I can't even write Langston's name in there on the attorney's part. Where's his attorney?
I'm writing on it.
Go write his name, please.
That's got a delay.
Delay. It writes the L and then it won't do anything else.
it's just, it was called, that's what I know. What's up?
I'll get MIS.
Earlier, you pleaded guilty to this third-degree felony of indecency with a child. A pre-sentence report has been prepared. The parties had an opportunity to review it. Any corrections or changes to it?
Just about that case in Louisiana, he's telling me it's been dismissed.
It won't be considered state.
As far as I'm aware, that it hasn't been dismissed, and if it has been, I need to check on that.
Well, it's a pending case, right?
Right.
Pending.
Well, and
You need to say it's dismissed.
Right away, we've got a correction about a dismissed case in Louisiana. Important note, even if it's dismissed, it doesn't automatically vanish from the conversation. Courts love clarifying this stuff early to avoid surprises later.
half of 5 years in prison. So this is third-degree felony. We are looking at no less than 2 nor more than 5 years confinement in prison. And regular probation is not an option.
Not an option, only deferred probation.
Yeah, or deferred probation, which can be up to 10 years in length. Go ahead.
Your Honor, one of the biggest things that I noticed in the PSI
You said time. So thank you. Go ahead.
is his rating for supervision being moderate, as well as he does not, at least from what I can see, have an extensive criminal history at all. He's a young guy, 23 years old. He did tell me if you give him probation, he will be able to work. And he's currently in a relationship right now with a young lady who's been helping him stay on the right and narrow. Judge, she's asking that you consider giving him the deferred adjudication of probation. He'll follow all the terms, and he also speaks for himself as well.
Yes, sir. My grandma, she being old, you know what I'm saying, and I was her help before I came to jail. And I learned from my mistake, you know what I'm saying, and I'm a better person than I was before. Lots of change probably. I'm ready to get back to my life and get back to working and get back to my relationship with this young lady who's been there for me. I understand what was wrong and what never happened to me.
What did you do that was wrong?
Right away, we've got a correction about a dismissed case in Louisiana. Important note, even if it's dismissed, it doesn't automatically vanish from the conversation. Courts love clarifying this stuff early to avoid surprises later.
I tried to say I showed my penis. They said, show me yours and I'll show you mine. Defendant denies committing the offense. Why would you lie to the probation officer then?
It's just a moment thing.
Sir?
I was just in a little moment thing.
You said he was just in the moment at that time.
You want me to tell you what you said to them? Maybe you forgot.
I read the judge.
All right. When asked why you pleaded guilty to the offense, you told them, I'm ready to get out of here. A lot of things going on in my family I need to get back to. But look what I did. Those are little asterisks here, which means you're denying responsibility, which you can't do. You don't deny responsibility and then the court accept the deal. I just won't do that. We'll let a jury decide where this should go. That's what happens when something like this happens. What state say?
Your Honor, he's currently on probation for reckless driving. He got 6 months deferred probation on that, and he currently has an MTRP warrant. I think if he can't make probation on a reckless
Hold on,
driving,
hold on. That was in 2022.
right, but he has the active MTRP warrant now.
Oh, they filed an MTRP on it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fine.
And if he can't make that deferred probation, I don't know what the chances of his success on a felony sex offender probation would be. And he's been minimizing his involvement in this the entire time. So state is asking for the full 5 years.
Any response?
Yeah, the response, Judge, is that I understand he got caught to the moment and when he met the probation, but he's accepting responsibility today, and he doesn't have a long criminal history. I think that he's ready to tell you, Judge, if you just give him a shot, he's gonna do right. I mean, I'd rather you say it than me.
I will do right, Judge. Actually, I'm sorry for what you know what I'm saying. I learned from my mistake, accept my responsibility for what I've done.
What's the status of the child now?
Who is the child,
Do you know?
With her father, I believe, Your Honor.
And I believe in the PSI, the dad didn't respond, but you could give any victim input.
How is the defendant, what relationship does the defendant have to the child?
He was living at the house, but he was not related to the child.
Mother, with the mother?
Yes.
The child's mother?
Yes, Your Honor.
I see. Okay. Oh, what about this statement in the police court version that the victim stated that other girls in the house were getting it way worse?
I have no idea about that. I can't say anything about it.
You can't or you won't?
I cannot have nothing to say about that. That didn't
So
happen.
she just made that up?
Yes, that didn't happen.
Why do you think she would do that?
Right away, we've got a correction about a dismissed case in Louisiana. Important note, even if it's dismissed, it doesn't automatically vanish from the conversation. Courts love clarifying this stuff early to avoid surprises later.
Me in the eye during looked the probation officer in the eye on the pre-sentence report and said, "You denied committing the offense. I'm just ready to get out of here." So that was a lie.
I wasn't looking a lady in the eye. I was looking for.
I don't care. Okay, that's just a form of speech.
Yes,
When they're speaking to you and they're doing the report, you lied to them, correct?
yes.
You did. And that's supposed to inure to your benefit as being forthright
I understand.
and accepting responsibility. Well, it's not a good thing. Okay, so you when was this plea taken?
June 23rd of 2025.
All right. Let's get this done. Said June 23rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't have that in the queue.
Which I sent it to you. Should be in your queue.
Okay, yeah, refreshed. This, you're gonna have to we're fixing all this today because you entered a plea of guilty to the indictment here on June 23rd. And then thereafter, the pre-sentence report is prepared. And then the pre-sentence report, your version, where the red asterisks are completely opposite what you pleaded guilty to.
Yes, sir.
You're going to have to fix that.
Yes, sir.
What did you do wrong here?
But I pulled my penis out in the middle of playing hide and seek.
That's all you did?
Yes, sir. We were trying to off and I tried.
What are you asking for here?
Judge, I was asking, I know that it's a bad crime, but I was asking if you get that treatment while on probation. I know that in the probation department, that's a very high successful rate of people complaining. If he gets those programs, that's gonna help him out a lot. That he wouldn't say he was at TVCJ.
It was wrong.
Yeah.
What state?
We're asking for 5 years.
What would you like to say? Anything else? So
I just ask that you just give me the chance to prove my work, to prove that I can get better, to prove that I can be a different person. Because without being able to prove it, it'll never be known. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking to at least give me a chance.
would you agree that decency with a child or sexual assault of a child, indecency with a child harms a child?
Yes, sir.
And this child was 10 years old, correct?
She was 9.
Says his 10-year-old daughter. She must have turned 10?
Yes, she turned 10, but she was 9 when that occurred.
Okay. So she was 9 at the time of the event. what we're saying.
Yes. It's in the pre-sentence report
March.
too.
March 1st. Well, that's,
It's in the third.
doesn't say her date of birth. That's, so, do you know what her date of birth is? You don't, okay.
It's June 9th of 2013. She would have just turned 10 when it was reported.
Okay, that's what happened in the interim from the event to the time it was turned in. She turned, so she was 9. All right, we agree, children are harmed when this happens. And
Right away, we've got a correction about a dismissed case in Louisiana. Important note, even if it's dismissed, it doesn't automatically vanish from the conversation. Courts love clarifying this stuff early to avoid surprises later.
responsibility not to harm a child, because that sends them in a direction that's not their fault. The child, it is serious harm. That's why you never hurt a child, and because they carry with that. It's always in the back of their mind, even when they're elderly people. It's an event that haunts them, and it's why you don't want to cross that road, because you can't undo the harm to a child. Can't erase it from the memory. So it's there. In this particular case, Mr. Johnson, you pleaded guilty voluntarily. You were mentally competent to do so. You understood and appreciated the consequences of pleading guilty.
Yes, sir.
There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. And I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this second-degree felony. I am following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 4 years. You will be given credit for time you have served. I'm looking at 550 days. So you may have already, that may have already been satisfied with this time that has been served. The one thing that this court always stands for is helping the victims try to repair the harm to them, as well as making sure that defendants are treated fairly. You were looking at up to 10 years in prison, and the legislature felt there's circumstances where 10 years in prison is appropriate for indecency with a child by exposure. A child should not have to go through life recalling in their memory, because they do, and their childhood was harmed by this terrible event that they can't undo. You can't undo the harm. It's there forever. That's why it's important you not harm the child, and that's why when people do harm children, they pay a price that's steep. You're going to, with this...
Right away, we've got a correction about a dismissed case in Louisiana. Important note, even if it's dismissed, it doesn't automatically vanish from the conversation. Courts love clarifying this stuff early to avoid surprises later.
Realize that you have a reportable conviction to register in the sex offender registration program. You have signed. This begins this registration that you're going to have to follow. And I can't tell you if it's life or if it's 10 years.
10 years
It's
for
10 years.
exposure.
So failure to comply properly with the registration program is a criminal offense that can result in prosecution. So you have to make sure that you are registered during this next decade. If you move to another state that has similar reporting requirements for sex offenders, you must register in that state. Failing to do so can result in you being charged with a criminal offense. Do you understand your responsibilities here, sir? All right. Anything else on this?
That's it.
All right, anything from the state?
Nope, Your Honor.
That is all. Thank you. Who's next?
I can do Mr. Isaac if you want.
Jeremy, Isaac, please.
He'll have to have fingerprint in front of me, but
And then Stocks is done too.